you guys, welcome to the Rachel Cruze Show. And today we're going to talk about what's going on in the car industry. So 2022 was a great year for cars. You could say that Americans went a little crazy once they had the chance to spend money again after the pandemic. So people were buying cars before they even landed on the lot, which means demand went up, so then prices went up. Yep. So the average price paid for a vehicle in December of 2022 soared to a near record high of $46,382. And most people ended up financing those cars at rates that they couldn't afford. And this was also a time in history where used cars actually were making money. Like you could actually sell your used car for more than what you paid for it, which never happens because usually it's a depreciating asset. And again, history was made. It was a wild time. Okay, so let's break all this down. The cost of a car, how much it takes to borrow the money for it, all the things. So the cost that you pay each year to borrow money for your car is called the APR, which is the annual percentage rate. This is your car loan's interest rate plus all the associated fees. So right now, the APRs on car loans are the highest that they've been in decades. So we're talking about 8% interest on new cars and 12.88% for used cars. So guys, don't miss this. What you pay in APR isn't even going towards the cost of your car. It's just interest and fees. So what's happening is that a lot of people don't have the money left to make payments on the actual car, so they're not. And what's fascinating is car payment delinquency is at the highest it's been since 2009. So the repo man, well, his business is booming, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, how do you avoid paying for APR? You don't get a loan. Yep, that's it. You pay cash for your car. And people think that that's crazy and insane, and I get it because a car is a need for most of us. But listen, there are plenty of affordable cars out there, okay? Even like a couple $1,000 can get you a car. Not a beautiful car, not a great car, not a car you want to drive forever, but at least you own it and you're not paying payments and interest on it. So financing a car, you guys, it's not going to help you build wealth. In fact, it does the opposite because you're paying money and interest payments instead of investing that car loan and that interest to be making money for you. So instead of you making interest on your money, you're paying interest. So it is easier and wiser to save $500 a month, which is the average car payment for 10 months, go and buy a used car, no strings attached, and you're done. But what do you do if you've already taken out a loan and you can't pay it back? So the repo guy that we were talking about earlier, yeah, he's no joke because in 2022, approximately 22 million cars were repossessed. So you want to do everything you can to avoid a repossession, which is basically where the bank comes in and takes your car back. And as soon as you know that you might be in trouble making payments, talk to your lender. There's no guarantees, but your bank may actually work with you to prevent you from defaulting on your loan because it's not that they're kind, they just want their money. So they may try to help you. And again, your bank, they may lower or pause your monthly payment for a short bit while you get your finances in order. So again, talk to your lender if you can't make the payments. But don't do a voluntary repossession. This is when you know that you can't make the payments and you simply give up the car and let the bank come and take it. And that's it. So I get that it kind of sounds like a good idea, but it's not. So if you can't catch up on your payments, sell your car. You may have to take out a small loan for the difference if you're upside down on it, but it is worth it. And again, given the prices of used cars these days, you may actually get some good money for it. You never know. So here's another thing. We have created a culture where your car is your identity, which is so wild. So like when people see your car, it's like it says something about you. And we have made that a thing in our world today. But I'm telling you, if going into debt is the only way you can afford a car, a nice new car, then you don't need it. You don't need it. So don't think that that's going to be part of your identity because it doesn't need to be that for anybody. In the book, The Psychology of Money, author Morgan Housel writes that when we're driving a nice car, we think that people are thinking we're cool. But the truth is, most people are just looking at the car. They're not looking at the driver. They're looking at the car. So make wise financial decisions, you guys, when it comes to what you drive. It is so, so important. It is not worth the stress and the pain of paying out a car payment every single month when you know you could be investing that instead. So remember, with budgeting, And knowing what you have, you can get rid of your car payment, save up, and pay cash for your next car. And here at Ramsey Solutions, we created a car guide to help you when it comes to navigating owning a car the smart way. So I will leave a link in the description below for you. And if you know someone that's in the market for a new car, make sure to send them this video. And remember, you guys, to take control of your money and create a life you love.